Good morning, sunshine. Welcome to Morning Inspiration with Friends with our host, Miss Inspiration. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe as you sit back and listen. Good morning. Hope everyone is having an amazing Monday morning after daylight savings. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I woke up late this morning. My body's still thinking it should be 6:45. I should be, but it's okay. We are here. Facebook is back. I had some issues within the last 2 weeks with getting onto Facebook. So welcome, Facebook. YouTube, good morning. All right. So today I want to talk about something that happened over the weekend. And it's just always a reminder. Like, first of all, I have a workshop series that I have not done. I've worked on it. I put it together. It's like 80% completed, and it is called Embrace Your Weirdness or Uniqueness. I think I'd rather keep it to uniqueness. Because weird just seems like a bad thing. But I have that, and I looked at it maybe like a month ago, and I was like, you need to do something with this because so many people are not confident enough to embrace and do anything that's unique to them. So when they see other people doing something that they would never do, it's always coming with shade, it's coming with some hate, it's coming with some spitefulness. And what I had to realize that it was really nothing about the person. It's just about the fact that it's not their preference, it's not their taste, and it's not within their own comfort zone. So I posted my videos like I normally do on social media. And so someone posted a comment, and they basically said, your hair's beautiful, but the shaved sides spoil you the beauty. Back straight up backhand compliment. So I was just like, at first I'm just like, which one is it? Because you're saying that it's beautiful, but then you're saying that it spoils the beauty. I mean, how does that happen? Because it doesn't. It's because that person, that's not their style, that's not their taste, and that's not within their comfort zone. And guess what? That is not my problem, right? Their preference is not my problem. She doesn't think that it's a nice style. She feels like it spoiled you. My hair is now ruined. That's not my problem. But what I will say, as long as I feel comfortable, as long as you feel comfortable, whenever you're doing something boldly, right? Cutting my hair into a mohawk was definitely, it pushed me out of my comfort zone. I don't know. A lot of y'all don't know me like that. But growing up, always wore my hair in a wrap. Like, we got the same hairstyle. We got our hair done. We got it permed when we needed to get it permed. And then in between that was just maintenance. But my hair stayed in a wrap. Okay. And then when it wasn't in a wrap, it was in braids, box braids mainly. And then when psoriasis started to eat my hair in 2014, my hair started to thin. That's when I stopped using perms. And I just would do the regular wash, blow dry, and then they would style it. And that's when the first time I actually cut my hair, but I cut my hair as far as length. First time I ever cut my hair, because it was just so thin at that point. We had to start over. Let my hair grow back in, never put the perm back in. But then I had to figure out, like, how do I maintain this natural hair? Because having a perm for most of your life, and now you don't have that maintenance like every 4 to 6 weeks or 8 weeks, it does make it different of how you deal with things. Because before, I didn't have to worry about those things. But when my mom, she suggested it, I think it was in 2016, 2017. And my mother was like, why don't you do something different with your hair? And, she gave me the recommendation. I was trying to do the natural styles. And that's when we started with the mohawk. And it did not look like this in the beginning. I went to one barber. He was so afraid to cut my hair. Luckily, I found another barber who was able to kind of help me figure it out. And we just been on this journey between the two strand twist, then going into finding someone that even with a mohawk, they were still able to do my natural hair. And then when my hair when COVID happened, I just had to figure something out, and I had to just go back to what I knew. Not a perm, but I just went back to like washing, blow drying, and flat ironing my hair until I was able to find a stylist. And now my hair just grows. My hair is like mid down my back. But I shared that because even I had to get out of my comfort zone. It was very hard for me to like embrace this. The first year was so hard because now I have to go to the barber. Now I got to get someone to shape it up. Are people looking at me? Are people wondering why? It's just, again, it's the preference of people. And when they are uncomfortable, they try to project that onto you because you should also feel uncomfortable. And I no longer feel uncomfortable. Honestly, I don't even believe that my hair will probably grow back on the sides. Not because it cannot, but because I just love it. I love it, right? And so because I love it, and I'm going to stay this way until I decide to make those changes, because I really realize the world doesn't need any more carbon copies. We have enough carbon copies out here in the world. There are so many people who look exactly alike. Everyone have the same thing, same hair, same clothes, same outfits, same cars, same type of house. Everyone doesn't want any more copies, right? We don't need any more carbon copies in this world. If everyone is going to look the same, think the same, create the same, then there would be no innovation, right? Innovation would not exist because everybody would just have the same. It would just look the same. So my uniqueness is often thought about as something as like, this is your signature look, right? Miss Inspiration started to really grow a little bit more after this, and it really did start to become my look. And I mean, even when I think about when I was going after looking for jobs back in like 2018, I remember someone saying to me, and I'm not going to say who, but they was like, are you sure that you're going to be able to go on job interviews and get a job with your hair looking like that? And I'm just like, looking like what? Looking like it's done? Like, it's done. It's just done in a different manner. I never wore any crazy colors. I didn't dye my hair pink, which is, I'm not saying that that's anyone that's not for me, but that's not something that I've done. I just kept the same and it was just cut, right? And so I was able to go into these jobs and these companies and get jobs. And I mean, not to be funny, sometimes people, especially now, how my hair is worn now is more worn straight. So when I wear it down, most times people don't even notice that it's a mohawk. Some people just think it's just the one side, like Cassie used to wear, the singer. They thought it was that. And then I had one person, my boss, she didn't realize until like maybe 2 months after I started that my sides were low. She thought that my hair was just thin on the side, and so that I had like gelled it to the side and just had the hair down. But when she saw the haircut and she saw that I actually had a design at that time, she was like, "Oh wow! Like I didn't even realize that." And there was no impact. I mean, I am still a college professor. I still teach. I'm an inspirational speaker. I still do speaking engagements. I do workshops, and my hair has never come up. Right? Because it's just a part of who I am. It's just a part of my unique traits. And I'm sharing that because I want people to go out there and figure out what is your uniqueness, right? If you start to feel like that, I'm starting to look like everybody. If everyone in your friend group all look the same, it might need some time for self-evaluation. And that's just how I put things like that. And then the last thing is that it really just does speak to confidence, right? Confidence, it just means so much. But confidence really means owning your choices, owning the choices that you're making for yourself. And the beautiful part that I want people to realize is that confidence isn't waiting for anyone's approval. It's not waiting for social media's approval. It's not waiting for your job's approval. It's not waiting for anyone's approval because of the fact that it is your confidence. You have to walk in that. You have to walk confidently and boldly in every room and every situation that you're in. So this is why you have to come into this mindset of saying, this is me, this is what I like, and this is how I express myself. And I encourage you to do the same exact thing. I'm going to say that one more time. This is me. This is what I like. This is how I express myself. And I encourage you to do the same. Because so many people are not confident in that. Let's be real. A lot of people don't even know what they like. I know so many people out here who are, and different things just came into my mind, pop into my mind. And they're doing those things not because they like it, because that's the trend. That's what everyone else is doing. So because that's what everyone else is doing, that's what they have forced themselves and thinking that's what they too have to do. And that's not it. That's not it. You don't have to do that. So some people are going to be uncomfortable with your uniqueness or just uniqueness in general because they spend their entire lives trying to fit in to everyone else. So yes, when you see someone standing by themselves, boldly, confidently, and they're doing something different and that bothers you, that's because you need to go and talk to that person and find out, how did you stop wanting to fit in and be like everyone else? That's what I want to know. Because that's really what the conversation is going to, that's what it should lead into. How did you get to that point? So I want to ask you, as we're closing out this message today, one, thank you for liking this, because I want you to like it. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribing. But I want to ask you a question, and you drop it down in the comments wherever you're watching this. What's one thing about yourself that you've learned to embrace, even when others didn't understand it? What is one thing about yourself that you've learned to embrace, even when others didn't understand it? Drop that down below. We need to talk about this, because this is what we are starting to do for the remainder of 2026, the remainder of your life. I want you to start being more confident and owning the path that you want. The people that are out here that's walking their own path, that's carving it out, that's doing everything that they desire to do, that the rest of the world does not understand, the rest of the world is going to criticize. They're not worrying about other people. They're doing it confidently. They're doing it boldly. They have realized that the comfort zone that they created, that was given to them by the world, they don't subscribe to that. So they've unsubscribed. Don't you unsubscribe to this channel. But they've unsubscribed to that mentality. And now they're just taking off and they're doing it on their own thing. Look at a lot of these fashion designers. Fashion designers is one of the one places that if you ever want to get into this mindset of how do I embrace it, just look at some of those designs that they come up with. They're truly thinking outside the box. They're not doing what the rest of the world is doing. They're moving on their accord, the way that they desire. And they don't care how other people view it, how they accept it, because they understand their actual audience is going to pop up and they're going to get it. And it's going to make sense to that audience. It's not going to make sense to everyone, but to their audience, it's going to happen. And that's the reason why you see some fashion designers, they may be outlandish. They may have crazy colors and patterns, but the right people tap in, they support, they buy, they wear, and it's just a small collection. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I promise you, we don't need no more carbon copies. We're good. We have enough carbon copies out here. It is time for you to embrace your uniqueness. So I will eventually put that workshop out. I will do a live workshop. We can have this conversation because I want you to enjoy it and I want you to embrace it. Okay? So it's Monday. Go out there, conquer everything. But don't worry about anything. Give that to God. Let God handle those things. If it's something that you can't change, let God handle it. He got it. So I love you all. God loves you. Be well, be blessed, and continue to do amazing things. You'll see me back here live on Wednesday. But make sure you check out the clips. I'm posting some more clips this week. So we got to make sure that share it with a friend, tell a friend. We got to, I got to get my life back in order, but I also need your support as well as we do that. But do amazing things today. I love you guys. Goodbye.
Wow, Tanisha, that was a powerful message. I hope everyone was blessed by today's message. Listen, if you are not tuned in, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Meet us for morning inspiration with friends every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m.-ish CT time. See you next time, friend.